Habba, one of Donald Trump's attorneys, joins me now. Alina, thank you for coming. This is all happening, by the way, the same week that we're getting these details of the alleged Biden bribe. Do you think that's just a coincidence?
I don't think so. I think that they consistently use Donald Trump as a distraction. So whenever, and if you look historically at what has happened with Biden's documents and his classified document issue, they hid that he was also under investigation because there was an election. Yeah. And it wasn't until post hoc that we found out that the Biden camp had documents as well. So they did the raid right before the election. It's all coordinated. So now, again, as you mentioned, there's a bribery scheme that's being revealed that the FBI had been investigating that, you know, thanks to whistleblowers that have the courage to come out and say this is un-American, we now see that they're distracting once again and putting the Trump distraction game in play.
Now, you say it's all coordinated. Of course, the president and the White House continue to say that they leave Justice Department alone. It's acting completely by itself. I trust by your saying that you don't buy that at all.
I don't buy that at all. Jack Smith used to work
He's the special prosecutor who indicted Trump. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jack Smith, exactly, the special prosecutor that's in charge of the January 6th investigation and what we call the Boxes hoax investigation, was somebody who worked in the Obama administration. This is, of course, they're going to be hands off. And President Trump would be hands off if I, as his attorney, was special prosecutor for Hillary Clinton, because he knows that I am right in line with his way of thinking, right? So this is exactly the problem. They don't need to be managing it. They are, but they put the right people in that are clearly biased, that suffer from severe Trump derangement syndrome. And then you get these indictments which try and hurt him in the polls, but frankly don't effectively do that. Yeah. They've made people that were on the fence flip and be pro-Trump.
Yeah, no, we saw that with the New York indictment that a lot of people say was very weak. Well, we haven't seen the indictment yet. We'll get the full story on Tuesday down in Florida. But if mishandling the documents is part of it, how could you not at the same time indict President Biden, who got these classified documents when he was I mean, some of them go back to when he was a senator. Lord knows how he got them out of the skiff. But then moved them all around. They were available for anybody to look at, including his son Hunter, when they were in the garage. And of course, you have the Hillary Clinton case of having those thousands of emails classified. Many of them were classified on her server at home. I mean, the unequal justice part of this, that's got to be part of your defense, no?
100%. I think if you look at it, the president also has the ability to declassify documents. The Presidential Records Act applies to the president. Biden didn't have that ability. Hillary Clinton didn't have that ability. So a question of whether he did or didn't declassify a document is very different than a clear-cut case where we know somebody is bleaching their computers of 33,000 emails, has tapes, husband has tapes in sock drawers, that there's bribery schemes currently going on. I think Obama's documents are in some parking lot by a McDonald's. You know, the dual system of justice and the injustice that we're seeing here is an incredibly sad thing for this country.
I have to go, but very quickly, in any way will this limit Donald Trump's ability to campaign? That is, of course, what a lot of people say is the Democrats' goal here.
No, this is going to pivot him and he'll just keep thriving. That's how he operates.
Well, Alina Habba, as usual, you have your hands full dealing with all of these indictments and so forth. I know that you're not dealing with this particular case, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.